image we have the option to replace, edit, make it a link to something. I'm going to replace that image. Any images that you've previously uploaded are stored in like a file manager. So these are just some text. Use this landscape image instead. So it's quickly replaced that for me. I can then change this text here by selecting this change. Okay. Now it might be that you want to add links to other websites, or preferably back to the school site. So here on this image we can make it link, and we can maybe point it back at the news page, which is quite a handy thing to do. You can insert a link there. I'm going to copy that link because it might be we want to add a link to, say, this piece of text just here. If I want to add a link here, you'll see in this toolbar up here we have a link button saying where do you want that text to link to when you click it. Again, we're going to point it back at the news page on the site. There are other options up here. You could make it point to another email address or to a file on the internet, but we're pointing it at a web address. Okay, save and close that. Now I don't want that block there, so I can delete that. I don't need this block here anymore. I delete that. I don't need that read more button there, so I delete that. We need to keep this footer in by default, so that also, as well as the two at the top, leave those in, and the bottom one. Okay. Now what I might want to do is add something that wasn't maybe part of the template initially. Now you can see here under the content tab it says drag any of these blocks that you want. So if we want to put in another text block or an image, say here, you simply drag that over and drop it where you need it. Okay, so there's now an image block under our entry text block. I want to edit what's in that block, and I get the option here to upload an image. Again, I'm going to browse for one of my previous shots. Here's a landscape shot, and I can hit select. Now it might mean that you need to you can see on the image you've got lots of options of sort of actually tweaking the shot. You can put, if you need to, certain things on an image itself. So you've almost got like a built-in photo editor that you could do certain stuff to. Although I'd probably recommend editing your images before you upload them to MailChimp itself. So you can see we've got this existing template, and we're able to add images. We can drop blocks of text in. So here I've added a text block, and I can edit in here as required. If you need to assign headings, these are all, you'll see they're coming in the school's purple. I've set this all up, so you shouldn't really need to, apart from applying headings, bold, italics and links, you shouldn't really need to do that much more within MailChimp. Okay, You can also add buttons if you want to. Okay, and change the button text, find out more, and then point that at maybe the school, a specific page on the school. I might want to, don't worry about the advanced options. All I wanted to do was align it to the left. There we go, align left. What I'll do is I've provided Tracy Campbell with colour references for the yellow and purple, and so it would make sense to try and use the right colouring when you go for the style here. But you can pick a rough yellow. Ooh. Button text, we go background. That's what I wanted to change. It's more of a orangey gold like that. Okay. So, although this is a terrible example, it gives you an idea of what's possible. When you're happy with how it looks, we can have a little preview and a test of our email. Now we can always save and leave this if we need to drop what we're doing and attend to something else by hitting save and exit up here. We're going to quickly have a little preview and see how this is looking. So we hit enter preview mode, and it will show you what the email will look like in an email software client like Outlook or Apple Mail or Gmail, and then also how it should look when someone gets it on a smartphone. Okay, so that's a quick preview. We can also click up here and go send a test email. If you want to quickly just pop so I'm just going to send it to a little test email account we have set up for these situations, and I'll OK that. I can just quickly, not sure how quickly this is going to come through. It sometimes takes a minute or two. So there's plenty of built-in tools to enable you to preview and test your campaign before you actually send it. When you are happy with how it looks, and I recommend sending 2 or 3 test emails, clicking on any links you set up within that email and following them through, and make sure they point the user at the right destination. You're then in a position to send out or schedule your campaign to be sent out. So if you see down here, we've finished the design process. We want to now move to the next stage, or the final stage. And again, the MailChimp system is very good at sort of helping you along your way. Here is like a checklist, and it says you're all set to send. We're sending to the list. There's 138. What your subject line is. If people reply to it, where do their replies get sent to? Are we tracking this if we want to for just seeing how successful the campaign is? What format we're sending it in? Are we also offering a plain text version? Yes. Here we've got a little warning that the default header that comes with our template needs slight editing because it's just using the default header content. I'll update that to make sure that doesn't occur in future. But what you can do is just quickly go in and edit that. And it's referring to this little part in here. So we just click edit on that. And there's just the opportunity to offer a little synopsis of what the email's about. Let's say a quick digest of this month's activity. Okay, so we can go back to the confirm stage. And you'll see that the header's now showing it's been customized. We haven't enabled any social cards for our campaign. So this is like, have we put anything like Twitter and Facebook sharing options in there? The school does have a Twitter account, so it makes sense to include that in the campaign. And I'm not going to do that. We're not going to do that just at the moment, though. Okay. Right, so when we've got green ticks on all our checklist, or we're not worried about the ones that are showing up as warnings, we then get the option to send the campaign out straight away or schedule it. Looking at some recent data, a good time to send that is Thursday about Thursday mid-morning, which is when most people have opened all their usual email and aren't too tired from the previous weekend or the approaching one. So under schedule, you can actually set that to appear on a specific day and a specific time. And you can also send it using batches. Okay. Otherwise, if you just hit the send button, it will go out there and then. I'm going to just save that and exit to the dashboard because I don't want to send out that campaign. But once the campaign has gone out, it will be listed in here. There's our current campaign we're just working on. When it has gone out and people start opening it, you can actually look at the reports area and see how people have interacted with your site, how many people have opened it, how many people have clicked on links, and how successful the campaign has been. Hopefully that gives you a good overview of MailChimp and creating a new campaign to send out to your rapidly growing subscriber list. Thank you.